Hello friends, welcome to all of you. Today I am going to discuss on the topic of third course of engineering mathematics, that is numerical differentiation. So, differentiation and integration are basic mathematical operations with a wide range of application in various fields of science and engineering. Simple continuous algebraic or transcendental function can be easily differentiated or integrated directly. However, at times there are complicated continuous functions which are tedious to differentiate or integrate directly. Or in the case of experimental data where tabulated values of variables are given in discrete form, direct methods of calculus are not applicable. In this chapter, we develop ways to approximate the derivatives of function y is equal to f of x when only data points are given, and also to integrate definite integrals by splitting the area under the curve in a specified ways. So, numerical differentiation means what? It is the process of calculating the value of derivative of a function at some assign means a given value of x from the given set of values xi yi. The given set of values xi yi where I runs from 0 1 2 3 up to n means what? Suppose y is equal to f of x be a given function and h is any fixed value, then we get the values of x like x0, x1, x2 up to xn. Here h is a common difference between any two consecutive terms or any two consecutive values of x, such that x1 is equal to x0 plus h, x2 is equal to x1 plus h, x3 is equal to x2 plus h. Means when we add the common difference h in any value of x, we get the next value of x. And also y0 denote f of x0, y1 denote f of x1, y2 denote f of x2, yn denote f of xn. Now if we have to find the derivative of y at some assigned values of x, then this process is called as numerical differentiation. If xi's are equispaced, means what? The values of x, that is x0, x1, x2 up to xn, these all values are equidistant, means there is a fixed common interval h. On the basis of values of x, we also find the values of y, and when we have to find the derivative of y, the process is called as numerical differentiation. So if xi's are equispaced, Newton's forward interpolation formula is used to find the derivative near the beginning of the table. If xi lies in the beginning of the table, we use Newton's forward interpolation formula to find the derivative of given function. If xi or given value of x lies near the end of the table, we use Newton's backward interpolation formula. And if xi lies in between or at near the center of the table, we use Stirling formula for finding the derivative of function y. If xi's are not equispaced, it means that the given value or given set of values of x are not equidistant, then we may find f of x by using Newton's divided difference method or Lagrange's interpolation formula, and then differentiate it as many times as required. Now in this session we are going to discuss on Newton's forward interpolation formula, derivative by using Newton's forward interpolation formula, derivative of a function by using Newton's backward interpolation formula, and when the values of xi or the values of x are not equispaced, then how to find the derivative of the given function by using Lagrange's interpolation formula. So derivative using Newton's forward interpolation formula is given by, we already know Newton's forward interpolation formula for the function y is equal to f of x is given by y is equal to y0 plus p delta y0 plus p minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta square y0 plus p minus 1 p minus 2 upon 3 factorial delta cube of y0, and so on. Consider this formula as equation 1. When we differentiating equation 1 with respect to p, then we can write or we can take the derivative of y with respect to p, dy by dp, which is equal to, as a y0 is a constant, the derivative of first term becomes 0, the derivative of second term p into delta y0. Here we have to take the derivative with respect to p. So the derivative of p with respect to p is 1. So there exists or there remain only second term which is constant, that is delta y0, plus the derivative of third term, that is p minus 1 upon 2 factorial delta square y0 with respect to p. We get 2p minus 1 upon 2 factorial delta square y0, plus similarly we can take the derivatives of third term, fourth term and so on. We get 3p square minus 6p plus 2 upon 3 factorial delta cube of y0, plus 4p cube minus 18p square plus 20p minus 6 upon 4 factorial delta raised to 4 y0, plus and so on. Suppose this is equation number 2. Also the derivative of p with respect to x, because p is given by x minus x0 upon h. So p is dependent on x, we can take a derivative of p with respect to x, then we get the derivative of p with respect to x, that is dp by dx is equal to 1 upon h. Again, if we take the derivative of y with respect to x, because y is dependent on p and p is dependent on x, we use here chain rule and differentiate the y with respect to x. So it obtained by the multiplication by dy by dp, means derivative of y with respect to p into derivative of p with respect to x. After substituting the values of dy by dp and dp by dx from equation 2 and 3, we get dy by dx is equal to 1 by h delta y0 plus 2p minus 1 upon 2 factorial delta square y0, plus 3p square minus 6p plus 2 upon 3 factorial delta cube of y0, plus 4p cube minus 18p square plus 20p or 22p minus 6 upon 4 factorial delta raised to 4 y0, plus and so on. Now at x is equal to x0, when we have to calculate the derivative of y at a particular value of x, consider that value is x is equal to x0 and p is equal to 0, the derivative of y with respect to x at x is equal to x0 become 1 upon h delta y0 minus delta square y0 upon delta square y0 upon 2 plus delta cube of y0 upon 3 minus delta raised to 4 y0 upon 4, plus and so on. See the signs in between each terms, minus plus minus plus, follow this pattern, then we can easily denote or we can easily write the Newton's first forward derivative of a function y by using Newton's forward interpolation formula. Then if we take again derivative of this formula, we get second order derivative of y with respect to x, that is d2y by dx square, which is equal to d by dx of dy by dx, which is equal to d by dp into dy by dx into dp by dx. Or second order derivative of y with respect to x, d2y by dx square is given by 1 upon h square derivative with respect to p of delta y0 plus 2p minus 1 upon 2 factorial delta square y0 plus 3p minus 6p plus 2 upon 3 factorial delta cube of y0, plus and so on. Then d2y by dx square is equal to 1 upon h square delta square of y0 plus 6p minus 6 upon 6 delta cube y0 plus 12p square minus 36p plus 22 upon 24 delta raised to 4 y0, plus and so on. After simplification, we get the derivative of y with respect to x, that is second order derivative of y with respect to x at a particular value of x, that is x is equal to x0, which is in the beginning of the table, is given by 1 upon h square delta square y0 minus delta cube of y0 plus 11 upon 12 delta raised to 4 y0 minus 5 upon 6 delta raised to 5 y0, plus and so on. Okay. Similarly, we can derive a derivative of a function by using Newton's backward interpolation formula. Here we use the Newton's backward interpolation formula denoted by equation 1. After differentiating equation with respect to p, we get the equation number 2, and when we differentiate p with respect to x, we get the value that is 1 upon h. So if we have to take the derivative of y with respect to x, dy by dx is given by dy by dp, and dp into dp by dx. The value of dy by dp, take the value of dy by dp from equation number 2 and the value of dp by dx from equation number 3. After substituting these two values in equation number 4, we get the value of dy by dx. And when the value of x lies near to the end of the table, that is x is equal to xn, and if we take p is equal to 0, we get the derivative of y with respect to x, first order derivative of y with respect to x by using Newton's backward interpolation formula is given by 1 upon h nabla yn. Backward interpolation formula is denoted by backward operator is denoted by nabla. We read as a nabla, that is, so dy by dx is equal to 1 upon h nabla yn plus 2p plus 1 upon 2 factorial nabla square yn plus 3p square plus 6p plus 2 upon 3 factorial nabla cube of yn plus and so on. Therefore, the derivative of y with respect to x by using Newton's backward interpolation formula at the particular value of x which is lies near in the end of table or at the end of the set of tabulated values x is given by dy by dx at x is equal to xn is equal to 1 upon h nabla yn plus nabla square yn upon 2 plus nabla cube yn upon 3 plus nabla raised to 4 yn upon 4 plus and so on. Similarly, we can derive the second order derivative of y at x is equal to xn by using Newton's backward interpolation formula, and it is given by 1 upon h square into bracket nabla square yn plus nabla cube yn plus 11 upon 12 nabla raised to 4 of yn plus 5 upon 6 nabla raised to 5 of yn plus and so on. Let's take one example where we have to find the derivative of y, first order derivative of y and second order derivative of y with respect to x at x is equal to 0. Given a cubic polynomial with following data points. Here we see the data points, that is the value of x, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. All these values are equidistant or equispaced. The difference between any two consecutive values of x remains constant, and the corresponding value of y with each value of x are given by f of x. They are 5, 6, 3, 8. When x is equal to 0, f of x, the value of f of x is 5. Similarly, when x is equal to 1, f of x is equal to 6. When x is equal to 2, f of x is equal to 3. And when x is equal to 3, f of x is equal to 8. From these given data points, we have to find the derivative of y with respect to x and second order derivative of y with respect to x at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0 means this value lies near in the beginning of the table. So here we use the Newton's interpolation formula, the derivatives of the function by using Newton's interpolation or Newton's forward interpolation formula. The solution is given by, first we have to construct a table like this. In first column we have to take the value of x, in second column we have to take the value of y. Then take the differences, forward differences. First order forward differences is denoted by delta, second order forward difference is denoted by delta square, third order forward difference is denoted by delta cube. For every difference we have to take the backward values from forward values. Means when we subtract 5 from 6, we get first forward difference and it is denoted by delta. We get the value of first forward difference is 1. When we subtract 6 from 3, that is the second value of y from second value of from third value of y, we get minus 3. When we subtract third value of y from fourth value of y, we get 5. Use this pattern similarly for next differences. If we subtract 1 from minus 3, we get minus 4. When you subtract minus 3 from 5, we get plus 8. Similarly, the third order difference in third order difference. We have to take a difference of minus 4 and 8. Here we have to take a difference in between minus 4 and 8. So take or subtract minus 4 from 8, we get the third order difference, and its values is 12. By using all these values from the difference table, substitute all the related values or required values in the formula of derivative by using Newton's forward interpolation formula. First order derivative of y with respect to x. The formula is given by 1 upon h delta y0 minus delta square y0 upon 2 plus delta cube of y0 upon 3 minus delta raised to 4 y0 upon 4 plus and so on. Substitute all the values of delta y0, delta square y0, delta cube y0, delta raised to 4 y0 from the constructed table, and taking h is equal to 1. H is a common difference between the values of x. Delta y0 is equal to 1 means the first value from third column. Next, delta y0 is equal to minus 4 means first value from fourth column. That is, fourth column is stand for second order difference of y, and last column stand for third order difference. So first value of that column is denoted by delta cube of y0. Substituting these all values in equation 1, we get dy by dx at x is equal to 0. The value is 7. Similarly, we can substitute the required values for second order derivatives of y at x, with respect to x by using Newton's forward interpolation formula. The derivative of a function by using Newton's forward interpolation formula is given by d2y by dx square at x is equal to x0 is equal to 1 upon h square delta square of y0 minus delta cube of y0 plus 11 upon 12 delta raised to 4 of y0 minus and so on. Here we get the last value, that is delta cube of y0, and next values are here absent. So here we have to substitute only two values, that is the value of delta square y0 and delta cube of y0. We get second order derivative of y with respect to x, and it is minus 16. Similarly, take one more example. This example is based on the derivatives of a function by using Newton's backward interpolation formula. Okay. Write down this example and see each and every step of calculation. Substitute all the required values for taking derivatives by using Newton's backward interpolation formula from this constructed table. We get the first order and second order derivative of y as first order derivative of y by taking h is equal to 10, delta yn is equal to 17.14, delta raised square yn is equal to minus 1, delta cube yn is equal to 2.76, delta raised I call delta, not delta. Backward operator is denoted by nabla. Nabla yn is equal to 17.14, nabla square yn is equal to minus 1, nabla cube yn is equal to 2.76, nabla raised to 4 yn is equal to 11.19. Substituting all these values in equation 1. Equation 1 indicate the derivative of y with respect to x by using Newton's backward formula. After substituting all these values, we get the derivative of y with respect to x at x is equal to xn, that is 2.08175. Similarly, we can find the second order derivative after in this example they ask us the rate of growth of population in year 2001. It means that we have to derive the rate of growth of population, means the derivative of y with respect to x, that is first order derivative of y with respect to x only. So by using formula of derivative by Newton's backward interpolation formula, we easily calculate the value of dy by dx at x is equal to xn, and it is 2.08175. Okay, with this example we are going to stop this session here. Thank you.